Welcoming you all. In this video, we will see the measurement of magnetizing force. The notation of the magnetizing force is called as H. Okay. The ballistic galvanometer and a search coil may be used to measure the magnetizing force of a constant magnetic field. The value of H inside the specimen may either be obtained from the calculations with the data of magnetizing coil and the specimen or from measurements made from the outside of the specimen. So the direct measurement cannot be done if the magnetizing force is to be determined in the air gap. The search coil is placed in the air gap itself. In case of testing ferromagnetic materials, the magnetizing force within the specimen may be determined by measuring the magnetizing force on its surface. Since the tangential components of the field are of equal in magnitude of both sides of the interface. The search coil is placed in the figure. See, in the figure, the measures flux density in air B0. That means flux density we called as B and 0. This search coil is called an H coil. In this measurement, search coil is called an H coil. For flux density, search coil is called as B coil. Okay. While the flux density is encountered in ion testing, there is usually no trouble in getting a good sensitivity by using a B coil of sufficient turns. But there is some difficulty in achieving adequate sensitivity in the H coil placed at the surface. So at the first instance, its cross-sectional area is much smaller than the coil surrounding the specimen and the H is not constant across the section. Secondly, the permeability of ion is very large as compared to that of the air. Therefore, flux density B0 in the search coil is very small compared to that in the specimen. The value of the flux density BO in H coil is measured in a similar way as described before measuring the B in the flux density. That means ring specimen of the flux density. Okay, this is the working of the measurement of the magnetizing force. So now we will see the relation of the magnetizing force B0, that means BO equal to mu naught B naught. So we will call this BO is B naught divided by mu naught. Okay, so H equal to Ni divided by L, capital T divided by M. Here N is the number of turns in the specimen, I is the current flowing through the specimen, and L is the mean circumference of the ring. Circumference of the ring is called as the meter. Okay, so that H equal to B naught divided by mu naught. That is the magnetizing force. The magnetizing force H is equal to B naught divided by mu naught. So the working of the magnetizing force is given in this slide. The magnetizing force can be determined by measuring H on the surface of material. This is we already discussed in the circuit diagram. So one more time I will repeat, it is due to tangential forces on the surface are equal in magnitude on the both sides. Coil is positioned to measure flux density B. If permeability is known, then H can be found. So in this method we are using search coil is H coil, search coil is we called as H coil, and the flux density that there we will call the search coil is B coil. Okay, so this is the measurement of magnetizing force. Next we will see the very important topic, determination of BH curve. This question definitely will comes in unit test and final exams also. The determination of BH curve is two types. One is method of reversal and step-by-step method. There are two type of methods are there to determination of BH curve. In this video we will discuss in BH curve determination in briefly. Okay, first we will see the determination of BH curve by method of reversal. Okay, so determination of BH curve, see the diagram you know this diagram already because we are discussed in the flux measurement of flux density. Yes, same diagram we are using in the method of reversal in the determination of BH curve. So method of reversal, yes, ring specimen with known dimension is used for the test. At first, ring specimen is prepared by placing search coil and magnetizing coil with proper insulation arrangement as mentioned earlier. So the arrangement of the test circuit is shown in the figure. So after demagnetizing, the test is started by setting the magnetizing current to its lowest test level. At that time, the galvanometer switch is closed, the iron specimen is brought into a reproducible cyclic magnetic state by throwing the reversing switch S. This is the reversing switch S. So reversing switch yes, backward and forward about 20 times. The K switch is now opened and the value of flux corresponding of this value of H is measured by reversing the switch S and recording the through of galvanometer. The value of flux density corresponding to this H can be calculated by dividing the flux by the cross section area of the specimen. This procedure is repeated for various values of H to maximum testing point. So the BH curve may be plotted from the measurement of values of B corresponding to the various values of the H. So this is the construction we also already discussed. So ring shaped specimen is used. So thin tape is put on ring. Coil is insulated by profaned wax and is uniformly wound or over the tap. Okay. So this is the method of speed reversal, method of reversal to determine the BH curve. So easiest working method shown in this slide. So watch here. This is the working of the BH curve. Now we will discuss, already we discussed in the working. So now we will see the determination of BH curve by step method. So step-by-step method. For this test, the circuit diagram as shown in the slide. In this test, the magnetizing winding of the ring specimen is supplied from a potential divider having few tappings. Okay, the tappings are arranged so that the magnetization force H may be increased in suitable number of steps. Up to decide maximum value before testing the specimen, it must be demagnetized. So this is the tappings. Here step by step method we are using the tappings. See the diagrams. Okay. Keep the switch S2 on the tap 1 position. Okay. Switch S2 on the tap 1 position. The switch S1 is closed. Current flow in the magnetizing winding sets up a magnetizing force H1, which in turn increases the flux density in the specimen from 0 to some value, that means B1, and the corresponding through of galvanometer observed. The B1 value can be calculated from the through of the galvanometer. H1 value may be calculated from the reading of the ammeter connected to the magnetizing winding circuit. The magnetizing force is then increased to some value H2, okay, by switching S2 suddenly to tapping 2. So and the corresponding increases in flux density delta B, here del B is determined from the through of the galvanometer. Then the flux density B2 corresponding to the magnetizing force H2 is calculated as B2 is equal to B1 plus del B. Okay, B1 plus del B. Okay, B1 plus del B. The process is repeated for other values of H up to the maximum point, and the complete BH curves are drawn in the figure shown in the slide. So this is the step-by-step method of the determination of BH curve. In this type, we are using tappings and we are finding the B1, B2, B3 values. Okay. So this is the determination of BH curve by step-by-step method. So this diagram shows the BH curves, BH magnetizing curves. This is the magnetizing curve of the BH. This is the B1, this is the H1, this is the B2, this is the H2, this is the B3, this is the H3. Okay, up to we are how many tappings we are using that time, up to how many times we are using tappings, then we are increasing these B points, B1, B2, B3, B4, and as well as we are increasing the magnetizing force H1, H2, H3. So this shows the magnetizing curve of the BH. So this is the BH curve of the magnetizing circuit.